This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Welcome to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, where we take a deep dive into the Star Wars universe, such as characters, creatures, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Kodojo.
Welcome back, Adepts Acolytes, to another episode of Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends. I am one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Kodojo.
Hello there.
And we are here to bring you back to the War of Zakuul with our final part. So this is part 3 of the War of Zakuul, and it is the final part that we are doing with the SWTOR storyline, because everything after this is pretty short, contained stuff, and that's also ongoing. So I don't want to really, spoil too much for the ongoing stuff if you're playing or
basically
wanting to play.
It goes back to a very quick Republic versus Empire thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going against Mandalorians and Darth Malgus, and that's kind of it.
Yep. Until they announce the new story stuff they're going to be doing for the 15th anniversary this year. They haven't done that live stream yet, so I don't know when it's going to happen. Hopefully here pretty soon. I think it's going to be either this month or next month, I think. But I don't think they've officially confirmed when they are going to go into that stuff, so we'll see.
Well, we know how this ends. The Empire will be defeated, and the Republic will live on.
Oh, yeah. Because it has to.
Yeah.
Eventually. It has to. So, alright, now we're in the end game for the War of Zakuul. So, after regaining full control of the Gemini droids, Vaylin ordered her Magistrate of Revelry, Endo Ghazal, to organize a grand festival at the Palace of the Eternal Dragon in her honor, during which she planned to execute a host of captured Zakuulian rebels. However, Endo betrayed Vaylin and contacted the Alliance, offering them a way to strike at Vaylin at the party by freeing the captured rebels.
Hey, Resistance guys? Yeah, my new boss, she's nuts. You gotta help.
Pretty much. It's like, no. I don't want this. I don't want to be a part of this. So Theron Shan accompanied the commander to the party, where disguised as Knights of Zakuul, they met with Endozal, who provided them with ion charges. They attached the charge to the palace security relays. Though Endo was captured, Vaylin having blown his cover. As Vaylin began her speech, Theron and Commander dropped the disguise and strolled into the main hall, where the Commander spoke the code phrase that triggered Vaylin's mental conditioning and detonated the ion charges, disabling the rebels' shock collars.
Yeah.
That was great. That was fun. It's like, all right, disguise is off. I'm walking in like a boss. I am done with this BS.
Honey, I'm home.
Right. As Vaylin prepared to engage the intruders, the palace was attacked by Arkin and his loyalists, who had picked the party as the opportunity to confront the Empress. Vaylin retreated from the main hall, where Theron and the commander saved the rebels from being devoured by beasts. Arkin approached Vaylin and tried to talk his sister down, but Vaylin attacked him in a fit of rage. So let's go and be honest, there's no talking to this chick.
Yeah.
At all.
I'm guessing
she's nuts.
this gameplay is based off of if Arkin joined you.
Correct. So most of all this, everything is canonical with like their story. The canonical like BioWare story or Broadsword at this point story is if you're a light side user. If the story is heavily on the light side. If you go any Star Wars Legends game, the light side's always the canonical ending if it has multiple endings. So KOTOR 1 and 2, both are light side. Force Unleashed, it's the light side. So that's just how they do it, because that's how it fits into the lore. They always do the dark side stuff in there just for fun. Unless your character is dark side.
Yeah.
But for the expansion and everything, it's essentially you're trying to redeem Arkin and everything, all that. So their duel was interrupted by Theron and the commander, which allowed Vaylin to escape the scene. Arkin offered to join the Alliance to atone for the blood shed under his reign, and the commander agreed to take him in. Vaylin ordered the Eternal Fleet to bombard the palace into rubble, and Arkin, Theron, and the commander rushed to the landing pad where Lana was waiting for them in the shuttle, escaping just before the palace collapsed from the fire.
Hope the party attendees were able to get out.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a minute since I played any of these expansions. It's actually been a couple years. So having suffered a humiliation, Vaylin went to Nathema, where animid scientist Jarek prepared a ritual to break her mental conditioning. The Alliance commander learned about it from Valkorion, followed Vaylin to Nathema's system, along with Lana and Theron. Their shuttle sensors identified the Centarium as the only structure on the planet showing signs of life, and Theron dropped off Lana and the commander not far from it.
So
Oh boy.
I think this was the same place that was in the trailer.
Is it?
I think so.
I can't remember. I think you're right.
Although I think it was supposed to be up further, but
I don't remember where exactly the trailers show anything anymore.
yeah.
So, meanwhile, Vaylin met Jarek, who informed the Empress that the process to break her conditioning would be so extreme nobody else had survived it so far. Vaylin agreed to proceed, and Jarek began the process, dealing Vaylin's enormous pain and causing her power to lash out of control. Because that's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and it's somewhat. I can't blame her for wanting to break the condition because at that point she's just essentially a slave to whenever somebody says that phrase.
Mm-hmm. Right. So force blasts emitted from her body, killing everything in her path, and to save his life, Jarek fled the room, running into Lana and the commander. To assure their mutual survival, Jarek led them to the Emperor's vault, where they hid from the energy blast, while Vaylin overpowered Jarek's machines, breaking her mental bonds, and departed the surface of Nathema. Oh.
Another vault of the Emperor God.
Yeah, he has so much secrets.
Well, I mean, you got Sidious with numerous vaults, and now you got another Emperor with probably numerous vaults.
Mm-hmm. Got that right. So inside the vault, the commander and Lana discovered Dramoth's holocron, housing the essence of Vitiate's father, Dramoth, who revealed that the holocron held the power to destroy Vitiate once and for all. They took the holocron with them after Jarek was killed by a Vault Guardian, and rushed to leave the Centurium, escaping on Theron's shuttle.
Now, Dartmouth, excuse me, he was the biological father of Vaylin. Not Vaylin.
Vitiate. Because Vitiate was a pureblood Sith before he became...
No.
Or not Vitiate. What was his original name?
I can't remember, but he wasn't a pureblood, I think. I think his mother was human?
No, his original being was pureblood. Tenebrae. Sorry. Tenebrae was Vitiate's original name. In which then he became Tenebrae, also known as Darth Vitiate, and then eventually became the Immortal Emperor Valkorion.
She was Sith. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I thought she was human, but all right.
Yep. So after breaking her conditioning, Vaylin immediately ordered another assault on Odesson, intending to finish the alliance for good. The Eternal Fleet arrived when the gravestone was struck on the dry dock, while the upgrades attained on Iokath was being installed, and Zakuulian troops focused on taking the gravestone, while the alliance displayed a strong resistance, although Vaylin's forces had superior numbers.
Yeah, I think
Which,
she was still using robots at this point.
was she using Sky Troopers? I thought she was using actual. Actually, I can't remember. I think there was a mix. Pretty sure it was a
Maybe
mix.
like Zakuul Knights and Sky
Mm-hmm.
Troopers.
So the shuttle with the commander, Theron, and Lana arrived from Nathema when the battle was already in full swing, and Theron decided to sneak behind enemy lines, while the commander and Lana used the Eternal Empire Walker to clear themselves a direct path to the gravestone. Arkin and Sinestral arrived to aid in defense, giving enough time for Varenta and his crew to finish installing the upgrades and take off. The commander decided to lure Vaylin down to the surface for a personal confrontation, successfully taunting her into abandoning the safety of her flagship.
Nah, yeah. You can't hurt me.
Yeah, like, Vaylin will take most baits. If you try to bait her, she will take it. Because
Yeah.
she's like pure rage, and she doesn't think fully on any situation. So
I wonder if you actually got to use the walker in that
you did.
scenario.
You did.
Oh,
It was fun.
that would
Oh, it
be
was so
cool.
much fun. So, Torian and Vat were both surrounded by enemy at different points out of the battlefield, and the commander made a tough decision to save one of them, while the other was captured by Vaylin. The commander, Senna, and Arkin faced the Empress on the Alliance landing platform, where she killed her hostage and engaged her entire family.
Unpopular opinion. I would have saved Torin.
That's exactly who I saved.
I was like, that she's just annoying at this point. I'm sorry, but she's just annoying. She really is.
Yeah, which I can't remember. I think I don't know if Torian can he survive after this?
No.
Because he's in one of the other expansions. Let's see here. That's a romance guy. Don't care.
What? Is he not your husband, though?
No. No. Just no. Alliance Torian will temporarily leave the class story during the nights of the following. We'll turn to the Alliance to give person slightly changed.
Well, it's funny enough. It says Endgame on Odesson, and then the next thing is Mandalorian Civil War, and he's right there.
Yeah, because I don't think he can die. Yeah, I don't know if any of them actually truly die. I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh my god, no wonder I like Torian. His voice actor?
Yeah.
Johnny Young Bosch. That's why I like him.
Don't really know who that is.
Oh my god, Ichigo. You ever watch
I never
Bleach?
watched it. No, not really.
Did you ever play? Have you seen the new Devil May Cry series?
No. Wait, his homeworld is Geonosis?
Oh, who the hell lives on Geonosis besides Geonosians?
Torian, apparently.
That's
and
terrible.
Some Mandalorians.
That is terrible. Anyway, back to the war. So the commander bested her in combat, but Vaylin unleashed a massive force storm, threatening to bring down the entire Alliance base, and the commander was forced to strike her down. After the death of their empress, the Eternal Empire soldiers began surrendering by the thousands, while the Eternal Fleet had retreated. Vaylin, however, was not completely gone, as in the moment of her physical death, Valkorion absorbed her spirit into the commander's body, giving the immortal emperor the key to conquering his host's mental defenses.
Now there are 3 people in that body: yourself, the Emperor, and Vaylin.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. So, yeah. So, with that, though, let's take a quick mid-break. Thank our awesome patrons, and we'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
All right, welcome to the Middle Show. We're going to talk about everything with the podcast. There's nothing to do with the lore of Star Wars. Here, we're going to thank all our amazing, awesome listeners and patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. And if you too want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/holocronhistories, where you can get free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself. You can also leave us ratings and reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave us a review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. Read it out loud next time on the show. So, let's see here. Where are we at? We have a lot. So Noah M commented on quite a few of them. So Saj Ventress Part 1. I may not have want the relations with her, but I would definitely not want her on her bad/kill side. Yeah, you don't want to make Asajj angry.
No.
She will kill you. Then Noah then responds on Part 2, saying Boba Fett's ship will always be the Slave One. Yeah, I agree. Funny enough, though, if you go back to like the original trilogy or even the prequels, they never named it. The name comes from marketing. And yes, the name Slave One came from the toys. It was never, ever called that officially.
I thought it came from the video game, Jango Fett.
Yeah, I think it came from Lego. Because Lego had to slap something on it. I forget where the name came from. It was one of the toy lines. And they had to use a name for something. I know Lego had to use something for it at one point. But yeah, that's where Slave One comes from. It's not nothing official. And that's why when Disney took over, it's just called the Fire Spray, because that's the type of ship it is. It's a Fire Spray model ship, and it doesn't have an actual name. So that's why in some newer stuff it's just called Boba Fett's ship, because it actually doesn't have a legitimate name officially.
Well, apparently, ship class. Oh, Fire Spray is the ship class. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Other than that, has no name. So we have on our Ahsoka talk. God, this is episode 66. Neo says, "Hey guys, I've been listening from episode 1 and intend to catch up to the new ones. I'd like to suggest an episode if you haven't done it yet. A book recommendation episode for us is to better understand Star Wars timeline. Maybe in chronological order would be awesome. I've been reading that random for years now. It would be cool to have a better grasp of the timeline. Also, Ahsoka rocks. I love her." So...
Yes. That depends if you want to go into Legends or to Disney canon.
That's where it gets really tricky, and we would be here forever if we did Legends. There is literally hundreds of books.
If you want to start with Disney canons,
High Republic
timeline, High Republic.
High Republic is going to be the earliest.
Probably.
Because they don't have any. Timeline-wise, we don't have anything earlier than High Republic yet.
True. They are making the Jedi movie of like the Jedi Origins, and I'm sure they'll make a book version of that movie.
Oh, absolutely. There'll be a novelization for sure. On our Hondo Onaka episode, Noah M says, "I love how Hondo is able to quote unquote talk his way out of everything, good or bad. LOL."
That's because he put all his points into charm.
Yes, yes, he did. It's all in charisma. That's all it is. On our May 4th Mall episode, Warmeister says, "Excellent episode once again, guys. I always wanted to mention a second theory about Marek. He may have not been revived by the Night Sisters after being dead in Ahsoka. He could have been empowered, which is possible. The reason I think this is because Savage Opress was empowered by Night Sister magic and deflated after being killed by Sidious. Same way as Marek deflated after being killed by Ahsoka. Just something I have been thinking about."
Yeah,
I mean, that's always a possibility too. Absolutely, but no, we don't really know.
They were on sister juice there, sister steroids.
Yeah, it's like Venom from DC, like Bane, juiced up on Venom.
Yeah.
It's green too, so, which is also funny. Noah M then talks on our Brulette Valence. Wait,
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Say that again?
Violet Valence. Part 2. I don't remember this episode. Oh, it's one of the obscure characters we went over. That's what it was. Noah asks, "Is there any race besides the actual Sith race that's fundamentally destined for the dark or light side of the Force?" No, and they're not like, the Sith race isn't quote unquote destined for the dark side. It's just what they lean towards.
Yeah, they're more affiliated with it.
Because there's light side Sith.
Naturally, yeah. What was Beerus' office species? The green skin.
Mirlins?
Yeah, Mirlians. They're drawn more towards the light side. They have a bit more of a connection to the light side of the Force.
Yeah, it's just, but it doesn't make one or the other destined for it. They can switch. I mean, as we see, Barriss went to the dark side for a little bit.
Yeah.
In Clone Wars, so. And then Noah M also comments on our 000 Part 4. Can you do more backstory on the KOTOR 1 and 2 that you don't get from the games? It's like that's just the comic line as a whole.
Yeah,
and
comic and
there's a lot.
I think I actually bought that. I haven't read it.
I have the entire omnibus for volume 1 for Old Republic, and I might have volume 2. I can't remember if I do or not. I know I have volume 1 for sure because it's like over 50 comics. It's massive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I have to check here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I got both omnibuses.
And then you can find us on a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcast and Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows I host, which are the Dragon Ball Lorecast, the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Gundam Lorecast, the Witcher Lorecast, and the Wizarding World Lorecast. So check all that out. All great stuff. News-wise, there's not really too much in the news. I don't know if you saw this yet, Dojo. They've been releasing the names for the development team for Fate of the Old Republic.
I have not seen that, no.
They're all ex-BioWare.
I think we talked about this last week.
Yeah, I think we might have. I don't remember. It was like when I kept seeing the names, like, oh, BioWare. Oh, they're all BioWare. What do you look at that? And then, funny enough, oh God, I just saw his name. The game director for Fate of the Old Republic. He has never spent more than 4 years developing a game. That's why he's like, for sure, like, this game will come out before 2030. Because he doesn't, like, I'm not getting any younger, and I want to work on other stuff.
I ain't got no time to waste. I do have both.
He also
omnibuses of
doesn't.
Old
Oh,
Republic.
you do have both. Okay. And
Yeah.
he doesn't like game development being like taking 7-8 years.
Yeah, that's my
Because like
complaint.
that's becoming a norm, and it needs to stop.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sorry, that
they
just needs to
announced
stop.
something, and then like 7, 8 years go by. It says, "Hey, remember that game we announced 7, 8 years ago? We canceled it." Oh, that thing was still in development. They they, they
KOTOR
should make a
remake.
rule. They should make a rule that they
It's
cannot
still being
make
developed.
announcements. They
Oh yeah,
cannot make
no,
announcements on this thing's ready to go.
unless they know for a fact it is like within the next year.
It's like we're in the alpha stages. That's how close we are. So
Yeah,
now we
like
can announce it.
Star Wars Zero Company. They announced it last year, and they showed a little bit of alpha gameplay at the end of the trailer,
Yeah, and I
showcasing,
think
hey, we're working on it. It's in a playable state. We're just refining things and adding things as we go.
let's see.
And we are
No,
getting that game this year.
it says coming soon. There's no definitive 2026, 2027
Well,
yet,
no,
but
they've confirmed it's 2026 this year.
I'm checking on Steam, so that's what I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
off.
no, it won't be on that, but like the company themselves have confirmed it is coming out this year.
But Star Wars Galactic Racers has a confirmed date now.
Yeah, that's October. Woo, that's gonna be fun. So we might get 2 Star Wars games back to back month, maybe, or we might get Zero Company earlier. Who knows? But
Everyone's
I
afraid of GTA 6. All the developers are afraid of
yeah,
GTA
that's
6
coming out in
being
November.
overshadowed.
Just to give you a heads up, it is coming out in November.
Supposedly.
No,
Supposedly.
I got confirmation.
Supposedly.
I may or may not have insider info.
You know how that much is worth when they delayed the game 3 times after having a solid date?
Well, they also announced the date today. It comes out November 19th.
Yeah, they announced that like a year ago.
No,
And
no,
then-
like an actual hard date. They'd never put a hard date
Oops.
on it. They put a release window. They've never put an actual date. So it's supposed to come out November 19th this year. I could care less for this game. I could care less.
Same
I
here.
know it's like $1 billion game budget, which is insane. First off, that's ridiculous. We'll see. I know it's going to go crazy. I know I'm going to sell a lot of copies whenever I get it. So whatever.
Another piece of news. I wouldn't say news, but so much as rumors and speculations and just somebody putting in their 2 cents worth. They came up with a name for the third Star Wars Jedi game, Star Wars Jedi Legacy. Now, I think that would be a good
that'd
name.
be cool. That'd be a good name.
That'd be a
that
good
would be a
name.
really good name, actually. Depends how the story ends. Absolutely,
Yeah.
Legacy would be a really good name. So
Honestly, I would love it if they allow you to create your own character, sort of like
That's
what
not
they did with
happening.
Jedi. Like how they did with Jedi Academy, like a
that'd be
limited
cool.
set.
Too bad Cal's story is not done.
Well,
His story's
Jedi
not finished.
Academy was following Kyle Katarn's story. He had like the Dark Force 2,
Yeah.
Jedi Knights.
Well, you play
1 and
as
2.
Jaden, right?
Jaden?
Or do you
No,
have
Kyle
a
Katarn.
No, I thought you were talking about Jedi Academy, the one that you create your own character.
Yeah, but that follows Kyle Katarn's story. You become
Kyle
his
Katarn.
pupil.
Yeah, you become his Padawan and all that. Yeah.
So that kind of follows his story a bit. So
Mhm. That's true. But yeah, let's get back more into the War of Zakuul, though.
This summer, say I do
I am marrying a stranger.
like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock. With new experts,
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name's Paul Brunson.
more couples,
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
and more surprises.
Or maybe not.
Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight now streaming. New episodes Thursdays only on Peacock.
So now, after Vaylin's death had left the Eternal Throne empty, causing the Eternal Fleet's Gemini captains to go rogue and revert to their most primal function of exterminating all complex life in the galaxy. The Eternal Fleet warships began bombarding populated worlds, including Drummond Kos, Coruscant, and Zakuul itself. Since claiming the Eternal Throne was the only way to stop the destruction, the Alliance leadership boarded the gravestone and departed for Zakuul. I'm gonna say it now. That's a terrible error in the programming there. Hey, yeah, no one's in charge. Okay, we're going to kill all life. That's terrible. So, protected by the Alliance fleet, the gravestone dropped out of hyperspace in orbit of Zakuul, and Koth used the upgrades attained on Iakath to boost the vessel's shields and break their Eternal Fleet's blockade. The commander, Arkin, and Senna traveled down to the surface and made their way towards the spire. They reached the throne room, where Arkin offered his throne to the commander to atone for his past crimes. The commander claimed the throne, sending a signal to the Eternal Fleet, which immediately went silent across the galaxy. Valkorion then turned on the commander and revealed his true goal to eradicate the commander's mind and take possession of their body, shocking them into nothingness. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Dojo, you there?
I was on mute because I was coughing. And
Okay,
then
cool.
I forgot
I
forgot to unmute.
Like,
Yeah, I saw that plan coming from a mile away.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I'm just going to possess your body and help you a little bit. I'm sure I won't possess it later.
Right? Oh, no, it's not like he's a terrible Sith Lord who's been body hopping since the dawn of time.
Yep.
So the commander awoke inside the abyss of their own mind and located a mental representation of Dromonth's holocron, which caused Valkorion to manifest and finish what he started. Valkorion summoned Vaylin's enslaved spirit, whom the commander battled and prevailed, and then used the holocron to free Vaylin from her father's mind control.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she's, at least not going to be, be put into damnation.
Yeah.
Fully.
Apparently there is a hell in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
At least in Legends.
Yeah, that's true. So Arkin joined the commander's mind and convinced Vaylin to join against Valkorion. The three of them attacked the immortal emperor, who destroyed the holocron, claiming that there was nothing able to stop him. But since the spirit is now bound to Vaylin's, the commander used Vaylin's mental conditioning to turn the tables on Valkorion and rob the emperor of his own strength.
Haha!
Uno reverse, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you activate my trap card. Uno reverse.
Senna joined her children in the commander's mind, and together they watched the immortal emperor final words until the commander put an end to his millennia-long existence back in the Eternal Throne. Senna then opened a system-wide holo-channel for the new owner of the Eternal Throne, who made an address towards the galaxy and proclaimed the age of the Eternal Alliance.
Now, what's funny here is that there is a light side and dark side option.
Yeah, there is.
The light side option is that you're going to be using the Eternal Fleet to help resupply, help all the planets get back on their feet. Then the dark side option is, yeah, we're going to keep the status quo for right now, and I'm going to be in charge. You guys have been screwing it up. Now I'm going to take over.
Mm-hmm. That is true. So, in the following days, the Alliance had established complete control of the Eternal Fleet and what made of Zakuulian military force, appropriating its vehicles and recruiting the personnel for the armed force of the new Eternal Alliance, which had grown from a small-scale insurrection to become one of the major galactic powers alongside the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire, which is pretty important.
Yeah, I would say it would probably, in terms of power, be up there with the Hutt cartel for galactic power-wise.
With the Eternal Fleet? No.
Well, okay, yeah, with the Eternal Fleet, yeah, it's much higher
with the
up,
Eternal Fleet, they're the strongest, period.
Yeah, but eventually they do, I think, lose the Eternal Fleet at some point, I think, don't they?
Yes, I think so. I can't remember. I think you do.
Yeah.
So for a while, the other governments were busy with recovering efforts on the world that suffered from the Eternal Fleet bombardment. But before long, both were preparing for a renewal of open-scale warfare between them. The Eternal Alliance had to relocate the Eternal Throne from the Spire to Odessen, where it was installed in the Alliance's base, issuing the commanders new orders directly to the Imperial Eternal Fleet. Of course. Oh, we're going to recover. Oh, now we're going to go back to war. Screw you, Empire.
Yeah.
Screw you, Republic.
Yeah,
So stupid.
Oh,
We
there
just
can never be.
survived a third-party war, yet we're going to go back to war with each other because we have nothing better to do with our lives.
I like to imagine there are 3 boxers in the ring. One of them is massive, gets taken down. The other 2, beaten, bloody, broken, really can't go on, turn to each other and just start whooping each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
So,
this is.
The anti-Alliance uprisings have soon sparked across the galaxy, which the Alliance intelligence eventually determined to be organized by a single person or a group of conspirators who used funds from several Outer Rim front companies that uniquely encrypted transmissions to manipulate various groups into anti-Alliance hatred through manufactured propaganda.
Damn those Alliance people. They saved us from this Zakuul oppression.
Right.
Damn them.
Later, when
Radiation.
I was going to say, that's radiation, right? Radiation Iokath returned to safe levels. The secret group known as the Order of Zigrog leaked the location of a superweapon known as the Six Gods to the Eternal Alliance, Galactic Republic, and the Sith Empire simultaneously. All 3 parties arrived on Iokath and converged on the superweapon at the same time, leading to the War on Iokath and renewed warfare between the Republic and Sith Empire. Which I'm pretty sure this was a raid.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure this was a raid.
But I like to imagine this thing was based off of Rat Race, where they all learn the location of like a treasure or something, and they're all just starts fighting each other, trying to get to it.
Mm-hmm. And then after the war against Zakuul, the Republic established Task Force Nova to restore the fragmented Jedi Order. The task force aimed to localize and unite the Jedi, as well as train new generations of Jedi to combat the Republic's enemies.
I like to point out that these developers love the word Nova.
Yes.
Because you got the Nova Blade Higher Group, now you got Task Force Nova. It's like...
Didn't they have Nova Prime or was it Nova? Wasn't there a Nova Prime in Mass Effect?
I don't know.
Or am I misreading that? Or am I misremembering that?
You're talking to the wrong podcast here.
You never played Mass Effect, man?
No, I played Mass Effect, but I just can't remember. I played all 3 games before they came out with the DLC that fixed Mass Effect 3's ending. That pissed me off so much.
I'm going to be quite honest with you. The ending for Mass Effect is still crap regardless, no matter even with the fix. Just going to be honest.
Either way, Shepard dies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is a place called Nova Prime in Mass Effect. Okay, I'm not crazy. Sweet.
Cancel the straitjacket. He's fine.
And then we do have some behind the scenes. So the war against Zakuul is the main focus of Star Wars The Old Republic expansions, Knights of the Fallen Empire and Knights of the Eternal Throne, as well as the interim content updates. Players of both factions and all 8 classes can assume the main role as of the commander and either complete or ignore optional side missions related to destroying the Star Fortresses and completing Alliance alerts for additional companions. Because those are all optionals, has nothing to do with the main story.
Okay.
And you can actually go back and do them later if you wanted to. Players... What?
Oh, yeah, the things from Zakuul.
Yeah,
okay.
The Star Fortresses were like things above planets that were like blockading, and it was just like it was just dungeons. That's all it was.
Okay. Yeah, so. This was after I quit.
Ah, okay. And alliance alerts are literally just, here, do a quest to get a new companion. That's pretty much all it is. And then players face multiple in-game choices with light side options described above, the dark side options leading to story deviations with potentially result in deaths of several main characters, including Arkan, Sinya Thrall, Koth, Scorpio, and either Arik or Kaleo. At the very end of the conflict, the player can address the galaxy as a peacekeeper or proclaim themselves a new emperor, which causes storyline differences in events depicted in subsequent game updates.
Yep. Oh no, you mean Scorpio can die?
Oh no, that's such a tragedy. I'm so heartbroken.
Oh no, she's dead as I throw her stuff into the magma. Oh
Oh no,
no.
oh
Wait,
no,
Commander, I'm
she's.
not dead yet. Shut up.
Oh no, she's space debris. What happened? Hey guys, there's a new target. Try and use the ion torpedoes over there. See if it
Target
works.
practice, boys.
I hate her character so much.
Ugh.
I hate Scorpio. Voice actress did phenomenal. I can't remember who voiced her, but oh god, I hate her character. Anyway, that's all we have on War is Cool. So it's pretty fun. Next week, we are going to start diving into the High Republic. So we're going back to canon stuff, which is going to be fun. Because I know me and Dojo here have read... I know you've read all of the High Republic books. I think I'm a little bit behind in Phase 3.
I've listened to... they have several categories. The adult, junior novels... I want to say high school level novels or something like that.
So there's junior, young adult, and then novel.
Yeah.
Adult novel.
Yeah. And then they got comics to go with it, but...
Correct. The comic stuff doesn't interline with the ongoing book stories. So it's like, those are more like side quests.
Yeah, but they also bring characters from those comics into the novels.
Do they? No, they don't.
Yes, because there was a junior novel that brought in a character from the comics.
Really?
Yeah, and there's even a side story that got mentioned in the novels about the
Was the drinker?
path of the open hand.
Oh.
They have descendants of the people who actually followed the original teachings, and they had a kid from that cult break off from them and join the Republic and the Jedi.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
And yeah, during the
Phase 2.
crisis events. No, Phase 3.
Oh, it's in Phase 3. Really? Oh, that's cool. All right. Well, you can show me more stuff. Talk about more Phase 3 stuff with me, because I don't know. I've only read like 1 or 2 books of Phase 3. I've listened to all of Phase 1 and Phase 2. I haven't finished Phase 3. I'm so far behind on Phase 3.
Phase 3 is done, man.
So many novels and so many books to listen to, and not enough time. Because I only listen to audiobooks when I'm driving, so... or when I have literally nothing to do at work.
I'm a letter carrier, so I got like 3-4 hours a day I can listen to.
Yeah, I know. And you can just go through them like candy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You can finish a freaking book in less than a week. It takes me almost an entire month if I'm just doing the driving thing.
I can finish a 10-hour book in about 3, maybe 4 days.
I wish I could do that. Anyway, well, everybody, do you have any final thoughts on the War of Zakuul, by the way?
Wars of Zakuul?
The War of Zakuul, the stuff we just talked about.
The War of Zakuul was a fun idea. It allowed all the characters to become one central character, so that way they could focus more on one story rather than 8 different ones.
That's true. That is very true, and you need to play it. But more than likely, you probably won't, because we're all playing a different MMO. So, and we have to prep for January. Specifically me. Wait, you're in Dawn Trail, aren't you?
I'm all caught up. I don't have...
Yeah, it's specifically me.
Not all my classes are level 100, but I just don't feel like grinding. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
grind it's too real. Got like 7 level 100s, and I'm like, I'm kind of done.
Dear God, I don't have a single level 100 because I haven't gotten to Dawn Trail yet. So I'm in Endwalker, so I'm there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Oh. Well, let me know when you get to the later stages. I'll join you. The story is so good at the end.
That's what everybody
The
tells
story's
me.
so
And that's
good
what
at Endwalker.
That's what everybody tells me, and that's why I'm playing Endwalker finally and actually in the game. All right, well, everybody, before this gets into a Final Fantasy 14 talk,
Hello,
like what
welcome to your
happened...
Final Fantasy 14 podcast. Today we're going to be discussing Endwalker.
That's the
and
Final
Ben's
Fantasy
thoughts so far.
Lorecast. That's the Final Fantasy Lorecast. Go check out the new episode that will drop the day after this drops. Because me and Steven literally just talk about 14 the entire episode because we were so tired we didn't actually want to do a standard episode. So we just talked about 14.
Oh, you should have invited me. I would love to talk about 14.
It was a spur of the moment thing as we're like trying to record. But yeah, everybody, before this dives in, also before we do sign off, I do want to do a little fun thing. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV Online, where you can play all of Realm Reborn, the award-claiming Heavensward expansion, the award-claiming Stormblood expansion, and the player critically acclaimed Shadowbringers expansion up to level 80 with no restrictions on playtime?
I played with fire and got burned. Benstar, we need an update version.
We need
please.
a new version of that for Final Fantasy. Thank you, Benstar. Anyway, this is a completely wrong podcast for that. But everybody, thank you again for listening to Holocron Histories, and may the Force be with you.
Thank you for listening to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon versus Legends. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Star Wars lore. And don't forget, for the Republic!
At Blinds.com, it's not just about window treatments. It's about you, your style, your space, your way. Whether you DIY or want the pros to handle it all, you'll have the confidence of knowing it's done right. From free expert design help to our 100% satisfaction guarantee, everything we do is made to fit your life and your windows. Shop up to 40% off with minimum purchase and a free professional measure right now at Blinds.com. Plus, pay at your own pace starting at 0% APR with Affirm. Terms apply.